Good morning, everyone. Today we will continue our third chapter of history, and our chapter name is An Empire Across the Three Continents. Now, our topic is gender, literacy, and culture. We will discuss these topics. Now, structure of family. What was the structure of family at that time? There was widespread prevalence of nuclear family. Adult son did not live with their parents, and it was exceptional for adult brothers to share a common household. Now, status of women. What was the status of women at that time? The women enjoyed considerable legal rights and managing property. Arranged marriage was the general norm, and women were often subjected to domination by their husbands, and wives were even beaten by their husbands. Women remained a primary heir to father property after marriage, and they could become independent property owners after their father's death. And divorce was easy for both men as well as women. Now, our next topic is literacy. So, what was the literacy at that time? The rate of literacy varied means greatly between different part of the empire. Literacy was widespread in army officers, managers, and soldiers, and casual literacy existed at that time. It was varied from place to place. Now, next topic is cultural diversity. So, what was the cultural diversity at that time? The cultural diversity was reflected in many ways at many levels, and there was a vast diversity of religious cults, local deities, and the plurality of languages that were spoken, and the style of dresses that they were worn. And at that time, different languages were spoken in different areas. Most of the linguistic cultures were purely oral, and at least until a script was invented for them, as late as 5th century, Armenians began to be used as written form of language. Now, our next topic is economic activities of the ancient Roman Empire. Now we will discuss the economic activities. The Roman Empire had substantial economic infrastructure of harbors, mines, brickyard, or olive oil factories, etc. And means at that time, goods for trade consisted mainly wheat, wine, or olive oil, and uh, they came from Spain or the Gallic provinces, North Africa, Egypt, and Italy. The large expanses of Roman territories were in a much less advanced state, and Roman state expanded in North Africa. The pasture of those communities were drastically reduced. Or in the Roman Empire, water power was very efficiently used around Mediterranean, and they were advanced in the water power mining technology, or they use the hydraulic mining techniques in Spanish gold mines or silver mines. Well organized commercial and banking network existed at that time. Now, our next topic is controlling of workers in the Roman Empire. Now, we will discuss the controlling of workers in the Roman Empire. In Roman Empire, slavery was institution deeply noted in ancient Roman world, and as a peace was established in the first century, the supply of the slave declined, and the user of slave labor had to turn to slave breeding or cheaper substitute such as wage labor were easily dispensable. Most of the time, free labor was used, as a slave had to be provided with food and maintaining throughout the year, which proved expensive. And this is the reason that the slave were not employed in the agriculture sector. On the other hand, means slaves and the freedmen were means extensively used in jobs where labors was not required in a large number, that is business managers. So slavery was implemented on a large scale in Roman Empire. Now our next topic is social hierarchies. Now, what was the social hierarchies at that time? We will discuss. Tactics, a Roman historians had described the social hierarchy in the early Roman Empire. And in the early Roman Empire, senators were at the top. Next were the leading members of the equestrian classes. and respectable sections of the people who attached the great houses was next to the social order. And at that time means it was untidy, lower classes and the slave came to the bottom. So it was the social hierarchy at Roman Empire. Now our next topic is monetary system of the late Roman Empire. So what was the monetary system of late Roman Empire? The monetary system means broke down in the late Roman Empire because Spanish silver mines were exploited and the government means ran out at stock of the metal of means this put a stable coinage in silver. So this is led to the introduction of new denomination in gold or solidus. Now our next topic is our last topic of Roman bureaucracy of the late Roman Empire. So, Roman bureaucracy, we will discuss the Roman bureaucracy. The bureaucracy of late Roman Empire, both at higher and middle level. There was a corruption in administration of judicial and military supplies, or means the extortion by the higher bureaucracy and provincial governors was common. But the government intervened repeatedly to stop these forms of corruption and laws were made to put an end to them. Historians and the other members of intelligentsia de-announce practices. And the Roman emperor means they were not free to do anything as they liked. By the 4th century, the tradition of the Roman laws acted as a break, and it was actively used to the means protect civil rights because these laws, powerful bishops could deal with their powerful emperors when they were extremely harsh on civilian population. So these are our topics. Hope it is clear to all. Thank you so much.